Hello again, Cecil County and the world. Rob Churnside here for Cecil TV. It is February the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. That's why I got my red on. And 1 week before President's Day. That's why I got my flag. We're going to talk first with a special guest to tell us about a hidden treasure, kind of a hidden treasure in the Port Deposit area. Welcome to Erica Berge. Welcome to Cecil TV.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here tonight.
Tell us about your organization that I just found out about.
So we are Community Connecting Us. It's an asset-based community development program down in Port Deposit. It's a nonprofit, and so an asset-based community development, like what our philosophy is that we are providing a space for our neighbors and for organizations that already exist within the community to have a place to come and share their talents, passions with our neighbors in Port Deposit.
That's great. And if one of your neighbors in Port Deposit, just to clarify this, had a talent or something they wanted to share, who would they contact, you, and how would they do that?
Yes, they could contact us. They can reach out through our website, through social media, and we have many neighbors that are already doing this. We have a knitting group. We have yoga classes that are all taught by our neighbors. We have bluegrass jam sessions. We have organizations that come. The Jodi Center, we're partners with them. We're partners with the health department that offer health classes. Cecil County Public Library has their book collection within our walls, as well as coming and doing programming for youth in our town. So
nice. And there's a special niche that you brought all these books, a special niche that these books are associated with. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, I do love reading, hence our relationship with the library. I'm a library fangirl for sure. We have a couple different programs at the community center that are based on bibliotherapy, and this is the belief that through reading we can understand other people's worlds and our own world in a greater way. We currently have a partnership with Berge Counseling. Jesse Fairchild does a book club therapy with us where we go through self-help books. And this new program is going to be an extension of that because we see the value in that. So the program's called the Indigenous Wisdom Program, and we are focusing on mental health through three different areas. Through bibliotherapy, the stack of books right here, also through presentations by local facilitators who have are either Native Americans themselves or have Native American connections. And then the last part of that will be a field trip, a monthly field trip that we go on as adults. Yes, well, I kind of feel like sometimes, those field trips, they were wasted on our youth, weren't they? Like we went to like these watermill parks, and did we ever care about that? But no, as an adult, I totally care how a watermill works. Yeah. So we're going to revisit that. And thankfully, we received one of the mini grants through the health department, mental health initiative, and so they are helping to fund this program so that we can offer it to our neighbors.
And just read the books. You could participate maybe in the bibliotherapy, which obviously, I get it, means books, right? Mm-hmm. And people read and they discuss the books that they've read, come together at your center.
Yes. So, I feel like all three parts would really be where you would gain the most benefits from it. But I also understand, like, life is busy, and so this is totally, like, you can kind of pick and choose your, what path you want to follow, and maybe it's 1 month you can do the book, and the next month you can't, but you can do the presentation or the the drumming circle or the field trip, whatever it might be. But yes, these books are all by Indigenous authors because we want to give voice to their perspective so that, again, we grow in understanding. And it's such a unique perspective compared to how we, typically kind of process through things. Braiding Sweetgrass was an amazing book that I read, and partnered with these relationships that I was developing with who are now our facilitators. I realized that there was so much, like how much it was helping me mentally and emotionally, and I wanted that for my neighbors as well. So that's why I was like, we're going to really kind of tap into this whole idea of reciprocity, of that there is something that we are receiving, and in return, what do we give back in that? And this IWP, the Indigenous Wisdom Program, is kind of what I feel like is my response to that. Well,
I'll tell you what, Erica, we certainly need a lot more reciprocity in today's world.
Yes.
You go to field trip, powwows, sweat lodges,
Yes.
nature walks where you look at plants that people can eat.
Yes, Al Milner is one of our facilitators. He's a native plant expert, and he can tell you all of the just amazing things. Did you know you can eat the whole entire cattail from the tip to the roots? I did not.
I just thought you lit them to keep mosquitoes away.
Yeah, no. Al, he says that is the supermarket of the swamp, and he can tell you all of that stuff. So we're looking forward to experiences like that we connect with nature again, and there's definitely benefit within that for our mental and our physical health.
Yes. So a person like me or any community members, especially in the 21904 area, all they'd have to do is go into your website, and there would be a calendar of things happening, ways to sign up.
Yes, and social media, we update every week with what we have going for the week, and so it's really exciting. And our next field trip will be to the Carlisle Residential Indian School up in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We're going to be talking about remembrance, reconciliation, and lament with that topic. And we are connecting with a historical society up there that will be doing an in-depth presentation with us and a tour of the barracks up there. So if anybody is interested in signing up for that, there is paperwork because we will be going on to an active
And
military
when is that?
installation.
You know off the top of your head when that
March
is?
4th.
March 4th. Yeah, I used to go with the scouts up there, and all the hiking clubs would come together, and we'd cook for them and bus tables at Carlisle. Camp Michelle was an old German prisoner of war camp.
And it was an Indian residential school, the first part of the 1900s.
Oh, so that's where it is.
Yes, it's on the actual barracks. It's now the Army War College up there. And, there's a lot of trauma that is around that. And so there's much that by learning those stories and what they have gone through and how they are healing from that, there's much that we can learn from our own trauma that we carry as we move towards healing and reconciliation within our communities. And so I really feel like it'll also help to promote social justice within our communities, which is something else that I think is really needed today.
And fun too.
Yes.
Pirate Takeover Weekend, third weekend in September.
Third weekend in September, yes. It will be back by popular demand, and we are excited for the Pirates to once again take over the banks of Port Deposit.
Well, thank you, Erica, from Community Connecting Us. Get connected, folks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.